At one point, I had become extremely frustrated with the current food system and with living in a food desert myself, so I developed a vision. I wanted to see every neighborhood have its own thriving farmers market, starting with my own. But in order to do that, people had to start growing food. I was growing food and expanding what I was growing nearly every day. The challenge was then to be able to help others get to that point where they could be growing food as well. I began looking into community gardens and decided that that they are not very sustainable because they require a manager, have tricky situations with water and land ownership, so I partially gave up on that. I did find someone in the neighborhood who was willing to let me use his acreage for an outdoor farmer's market and some small community garden, but I decided that we needed to have more production, so I turned my focus to production on my own street. I have extensive experience in landscaping, so I got this wild idea that you could create a beautiful landscape that was not only edible but productive, lucrative, ecologically interactive, and biodiverse. This was back before I knew that edible landscaping was actually a thing. I started teaching gardening classes, sharing seed, and hosting yard tours and giving away plants and sources. Before I knew it, I had recruited 4 other people for the cause that were all in, 3 on my street and 1 on a few streets down. We have been selling on consignment to another little cooperative that sells first to restaurants, then runs a CSA, and finally a farmer's market in Gilbert. They sell nearly all of it that way. Our production is such that we are getting close to be able to open our own little farmer's market, neighborhood market on Saturday mornings. The kids can run it. Even if we start small, it will be starting somewhere. I have since made this my life's work and mission. Every neighborhood needs its own market system that sells produce from their own yards. Not every person is interested, but every neighborhood has enough people interested that this can work. I've developed the strategy and have worked through a lot of the bugs, and I'm excited to see where it goes.